What we gotta say?
Attention. Salute. Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now we're going to do our pledge to the Christian flag. Attention. Salute. Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the Christian flag and to the Savior for whose kingdom it stands, one brotherhood, uniting all Christians in service and love.
Now our pledge to the Bible. Attention. Salute. Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the Bible, God's holy word. I will make it a lamp unto my feet, a light unto my path, and hide its words in my heart, that I may not sin against God.
Good job.
Y'all listening? All right. Has everybody heard about Moses in here? Moses. Okay. Well, we're going to do the skit of Moses. And this is just the beginning. Next week you'll have to come back and find out what happened. But let's start with Moses. And let's see what happens.
Pharaoh just did a terrible thing. He made a law that all Hebrew baby boys be killed. Even my little brother, what can we do? We must hide him. I need your help.
They hid the baby in the house for a few months, but as babies grow, he grew bigger, taller, and noisier all the time. It became impossible to keep him quiet and hidden any longer. Every day, the baby's mother prayed and asked God to spare Moses' life with Pharaoh's wrath. But God had an even bigger plan for Moses. He was not about to let him perish in Pharaoh's hands. Instead, God gave Moses' mother an idea.
Miriam, we need to do something more than hide Moses. I know Pharaoh's daughter is without child. Maybe if she sees Moses, she will want to keep him for her own.
So they made a basket, and they put the baby Moses inside it. And they put him in the river. And soon the Pharaoh's daughter came out to look where the water was with her maiden. And the basket, as if guided by an invisible hand, floated directly towards them.
Oh, what is that? Oh my, a baby! Master, look here! What a beautiful baby!
Because I thought you ever heard my cries, now I will be the mother of this baby, and this baby shall be my son.
And so they took the baby and they raised him. So the Israelites had lived in Egypt for many years at this time. And the Israelites were living in slavery. But Moses, he grew up to live with Pharaoh and his daughter.
Hey, Dad, here you go.
Now, when Moses had grown up, he went out to his brethren and he looked at all their hard labors. But then he saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew, one of his brethren.
Work harder next time.
Stop!
So Moses, he got mad. And while no one was looking, he killed him. But now that he was gone, he had to go bury him in the sand. So he buried him. But being afraid, he buried the Egyptian, and he runs away, and he left Egypt and went to the land of Midian. There he met Jethro, the priest of Midian, and his daughter Zechariah. There he became a shepherd, and he married Zechariah and had children. So Moses lived in the land of Midian, where he looked over his father-in-law's flock. While tending the flock, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a flame of fire in the middle of a bush. The bush was burning, but it was not being consumed.
Moses, I need to speak with you.
Who is that?
I am.
God? Is that you?
Moses, I have heard the Israelites cry for help. I am calling upon you to lead the Israelites to freedom.
Me? But I'm not a good speaker. Surely there's somebody better than me out there. Perhaps.
Did I stutter?
No, God, no.
Are you telling me what is best?
No, I'm sorry. It's just that...
No excuses. Never forget that I am with you always. You may take your brother Aaron with you. He'll speak for you since you are afraid. Now do as I say.
Yes, God. I have to go find Aaron.
So Moses goes and finds Aaron.
Aaron!
Hey! Wow! It's my bubby.
We have to make a journey to Egypt.
Okay.
The journey was a long, long journey. It took them many days to get back.
We live in the desert.
We gotta cross the mountains.
Makes sense.
Finally, Aaron and Moses, they made it back to Egypt, and they went up to Pharaoh.
Pharaoh, I've come home.
Hey, Moses.
How are you?
Doing good.
This is my other brother Aaron.
Hey.
Nice to meet you.
We come with a message from God. I need you to let God's people go.
Who is this God? Why should I listen to him?
We met with our God. If you do not listen, the waters in the river will be turned into blood, and the fish in the river will die.
I have no fear. I'm the great Pharaoh. You do not frighten me. Please, you are making these people be distracted from the work. Now go.
Let my people go.
And so we will have to continue this next week to see if Pharaoh lets God's people go. Can you give him a hand?
All right. God sent Moses to rescue his people. The calling of Moses points to a greater calling and rescue. The call of Jesus to come to earth and save God's people from sin. Moses and Jesus both obeyed God's commands in order to carry out his plan of salvation. Moses delivered God's people from physical captivity. Jesus delivered God's people from captivity to sin. Let's pray. Father God, thank you for today. I thank you for allowing us to have a warm, dry place, God, to stay. God, I pray that you would allow us just to live for you, God. Thank you for the skit, God. Allow us to take something from it, God. It's your name I pray. Amen.